Italy. Before 1861, there was no country called Italy. The peninsula was largely a collection of small kingdoms, divided north and south. In the north, there were the centers of culture and commerce, like Rome, Milan, and Florence. From these cities came the opera of La Scala, the frescoes of Michelangelo, the design of Da Vinci. But to the south, where the majority of Italian Americans originate, was the impoverished Mezzogiorno region, what northern Italians called the land that time forgot.
South of Naples is a separate world. From this comes the group who are not even Italian. They didn't call themselves Italian. They didn't even know what Italian was, because there was no Italy. My grandfather, Gaetano, was born in the Calabria area. We're talking about the most impoverished part of Italy, the area south of Naples all the way down into Sicily. 85% of the movement to the United States comes from there, because it was the most suffering of the whole peninsula.
The southern provinces had long been under the control of the Spanish Bourbon monarchy, whose despotic kings left southern peasants living in crushing poverty.
The South is an impoverished place. You can't get ahead. The little land that you can use is owned by somebody else who has no interest in your future. The peasants would be bumped from the lines officially by noblemen, treated them like dirt.
Then, in 1860, in hopes of ridding the peninsula of foreign rulers, Italian revolutionary Giuseppe Garibaldi began a military campaign to create a new republic.
Garibaldi wanted Italy to be unified as what we would think of as a democracy with representative government.
In battles throughout southern Italy, Garibaldi and his band of 1,000 volunteers confronted the much better equipped Bourbon army. To his exhausted soldiers, Garibaldi exclaimed, "We either make Italy or we die." By 1861, Garibaldi and his men had forced the Bourbon rulers from the country for good. With Garibaldi's victory, the country of Italy was united, and southern Italians hoped they'd finally be free from tyranny.
After the unification of Italy, Garibaldi thinks he's doing a great thing for all of us. The problem is, all it did to the southern Italians, it was just another invader. Instead of from another country, it was just from the north of Italy. And the northern government did nothing for the southern Italian peasants.
I remember a story that was passed down from my great-grandmother. She was a midwife, and she would go into people's homes, and she started noticing these curious dents in the wall. And it turned out that women were scraping plaster from the wall and trying to make the flour of the bread go further. I mean, that's how horrific the starvation was at the time.
After unification, most southern Italian peasants could barely provide for their families. What meager wages they made went to pay taxes.
This northern Italian government comes down and they taxed everything. They taxed mules. They taxed food that was mandatory parts of the diet in the South. So this lack of trust of outside is secondary only to this incredible investment they make inside the family. Families were the one thing that could be trusted and the one thing that could be consistent and controlled.
Everybody in authority was the enemy. And if they knew more about you, they could tax you even more. If they knew you had a little garden plot, a home garden plot, they could tax you more. So the whole thing became, don't tell anybody anything. Only the people that you trust the most, your family and your closest friends, because the more knowledge others have, the more they can hurt you with it. And that came with them when they came to America.